All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Kingdom Gold picking up steam. Don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So thank you all for your support. Feel free to like, share, comment as you see fit. Let's get some traction behind this thing. So tonight I want to talk about the kind of the second half of my previous video, which was talking about the entrepreneurial mindset. Like why are you doing this? Why are you even trying? Why are you wanting to do this? And making sure that your why is big enough to sustain you whenever the hard times come, right? So tonight we're going to talk about the what, the why, the when and the how. Okay. So I wanted to start off with a story. I was reading a book not too long ago, and the book was okay, so I'm not even going to worry about the title, but it told a story about a dog, and this guy's dog was on his deck, and the dog was just all of a sudden just started howling, whining, things like that. And the guy looked outside and didn't see anything wrong with the dog, so he got up, went outside, grabbed the dog by the collar, and helped him up. And as soon as he got up, the dog stopped whining and howling. And the guy was like, "Well, that's kind of weird." So he looked, and there was a nail, sticking up out of the deck just a little bit that the dog happened to be laying on. And all the dog had to do was get up, And kind of the moral of the story is, all the dog had to do was get up. But the nail didn't hurt the dog enough to make the dog want to get up, right? So tonight's topic is kind of talking about, the place of comfort that we all strive to be at, but, at the same time, the place of comfort is the place where you're going to run into trouble. And comfort has caused a lot of people a lot of problems. So the reason I say that is because whenever you're comfortable, you don't want to ever, leave that place of comfort, right? You never want to, be uncomfortable. And so if you're in a place of comfort, and if you're in a place of life where not too many things are going wrong, you can pay the bills, you got a roof over your head, things like that, you can kind of tend to want to relax. And that's just not good enough anymore. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired of comfortable. I'm kind of tired of this place where I'm not motivated to excel, and I'm not motivated to keep getting better and keep striving for excellence. So I really have a firm belief that comfort will get you killed at the end of the day. And really, it's time for us to start taking our financial stability and the responsibility for that in our own hands. So so tonight we're talking about the what, right? And I want to go over two different types of income. Okay, so type of income number one is what I like to call linear income. Okay, so linear income is an hour of pay for an hour of work. You work two more hours, you get 2 more hours of pay. And most of us start that way, right? In fact, probably all of us start that way. All of us start that way at a place where we have a job and we're working hard, and we're trying to make a living for ourselves, right? But then we get comfortable, right? Maybe we move up in our jobs, and we move up to we get a promotion, or we get up to some level of success in that particular job, and then we just kind of coast after that, right? We don't think about other ways to make money. We don't think about what happens if this job goes away. What happens if COVID-19 comes and the government shuts the world down? What happens after that? So we get to this place of comfort in that that linearized income strategy, if you will. And then there's another way of making money, which is the non-linear, or the exponential way of making income, right? So that's where you have a business, or you have some investments, or maybe some rental properties or something like that, and you can essentially make money while you sleep. You can make money while you're on vacation. You can make money while you're going to the grocery store. And it's not dependent on you doing a certain thing for an hour, or you doing a certain thing, or making a certain product, or what have you. Okay? And not to say that one is necessarily better than the other, But it's time for us to realize that we can't just depend on one linear stream of income for our financial security. It's not good enough. It is not going to get us to a place where we can be financially sound through, a pandemic, or, if somebody loses a job. We have to have these multiple streams of income in whatever way they can provide themselves. So that's kind of the idea behind the what, right? What is the linear thing that I can do to start raising some capital, some money, right? And then what is the non-linear thing that I can do that I can make money while I'm sleeping, or I can make money while I'm on vacation. A lot of people, they don't get to take vacations because they have to work. And a lot of people don't get to, have sick days because they have to work. And it's kind of like the dog on the nail, right? It's like, you have these problems that you bark about and that you complain about and that, you howl about, and you're like, oh, I just wish I had this, I just wish I had that. But we never get up off the nail. We never get up, and we never change our own situation to where we don't have to lay there and sit there and have a nail sticking up in us, right? It's up to us, and it's ultimately in our hands. I heard this saying, kind of recently that, and I guess, I don't know, I've kind of heard similar things before, but it really stuck with me this time, that, the only one responsible for your success is you. And in a way, that's kind of encouraging, right? Because it doesn't matter, what somebody's told you. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your business knowledge is. It doesn't matter any of that. You can make a good decision today, and you can make a step in the right direction. You can get up off the nail and say, you know what, I'm not going to live like that anymore. I've been struggling with these bills. I've been struggling with so much for so long. I'm not doing that anymore. And you can do it. And then you can start to branch out and open your mind and see that there's a whole new world out there, a whole new thing of, so many opportunities and so many things that you can go do. Be there the linear type income, like maybe you get a second job, or maybe you start making something, selling things on Etsy, or anything like that, any type of second linear income. Or then you say, you know what, I've got this money, I've been saving it for a while, maybe I'll go get a rental property, or maybe I'll go put it in this fund and at least get some additional income from it, right? So it's only when we make the decision to better ourselves, and we make the decision to get up out of our situations ourselves, that's when we can start to figure out, what am I going to do, okay? And it's important to know that, we kind of have to do both. We kind of have to start with that linear income strategy, and we work a little extra, we get a little bit more money, and then we can put that into the non-linear category that helps make us that passive income or that residual income, okay? So that's kind of the what. So whenever you're thinking about what, let's say you've kind of awoken to yourself, right? Kind of like I did here recently. It's like, well, what am I going to do? What am I skilled at? What am I able to do? Think about that. Think about, okay, what is something that is the linear thing that I know I can put some time to and get paid, and then what is the other thing that I can do to have a passive income or a residual income coming in. And just a couple of examples, like me personally, like I took a somewhat side job teaching this night class at the community college, right? So that is, hour of work, hour of pay. But then from that, I was able to branch off into other things that will hopefully make me more, residual income, right? And then, what are the things that can give somebody that passive residual income? So rental properties are good, sales, commissions, that type of thing is good. But I get it doesn't entirely matter what it is, as long as you're doing something and as long as you're moving in the right direction, right? Let's see, had a couple notes here. So whatever you do, whatever you decide to, whatever vehicle for that extra stream of income that you're making, you have to have a system. You can't just make something here and then sell it tomorrow, and you can't just think I'll work a little bit here, and then I'll take off for 5 days, and then I'll work a little bit more. We have to be to the point where our business mindset is very consistent. We might not make $1 million tomorrow, but that consistency is so key. The little steps that you do every day. So let's say you're making a particular product that you're wanting to sell on a new website. Okay, so you have to say, all right, so every day I'm going to make X amount of products, or every day I'm going to make X amount of pieces that I can put together for my products, and every day I'm going to put this amount of inventory on this website, and every day I'm going to do something. And you start building this daily mode of operation. So you come up with a system, and this system is the thing that you do every day that helps you to be successful, and that helps you to drive that consistency, because sometimes consistency is hard. It's hard to keep going. It's hard to, whenever you're tired, maybe you've had a long day, and it's 8 o'clock, and 8 o'clock is when you said that you're going to do this one particular thing. It's hard, to do that consistently, day after day, day after day, day after day. But that's where the system comes in. If you can get a system that helps you to do that relatively easily, or at least you know what you're going to do every day at 8 o'clock, then that's going to help you do it. Okay? So, I guess I just have I kind of have a heart behind this. We can't just wait for the world to come to us, right? We can't just shrink back and say, oh, I'm going to save my way to wealth. I don't know about you guys, but I was taught, essentially save, and then, one day you'll have all this money, and then it'll just be there forever, and you'll have a great life, right? But that's just not how it is. Your money always has to be working. That's the only way that you're ever going to get to a reasonable level of financial stability, is that if your money is always working. So that could be in a investment fund, or that could be, whatever money that you're putting into your business to try to get you to be making more money. So, a lot of us get caught up in the trap, excuse me, a lot of us get caught up in the trap of, well, if I just have that extra $500, then I can really start getting in on my business. Or, if I just had an extra $1,000 to where I could feel comfortable, then the money after that, then I can try to do something different. But, if you don't have money that's working for you, and you have, if the way I like to think about it is like, I'm already broke, right? If I have a little bit of money, if I don't have that money anymore, it's like I'm already broke, right? So why not put that in something that will make me money? Why not put that in something that will help my business? And as my business gets helped, then I can have more money, and then I have a vehicle that's making money for me. Okay? So, if we're always waiting for the right conditions, and we're always waiting for perfection, then we're never going to get there. We're never going to make any progress. So we have to take an honest look at ourselves and say, hey, look, I know this is, making me comfortable, and I know this is what I would prefer before I do whatever I'm doing, but you have to be honest with yourself and be like, hey, look, if I'm not doing anything right now, then I'm not going to be doing anything, a week from now, a year from now, a month from now. So you have to make the decision today. Hey, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to use whatever I have to start doing whatever I can do, and I'm going to make a series of small victories every day, every day, every day, every day, get better. And then from that consistency and from that success, then you'll start to see things happen. And then you'll start to see, your mindset changes. And as your mindset changes, you start seeing the world differently. As you see the world differently, different opportunities come up. And it's really, I know personally for me, kind of going on this journey of, I guess, learning the business world and learning to take better control of my own financial future. I just mentally, I know I'm a lot better than I was just a few months ago. I feel more productive. I feel more, I feel happier. I feel that I'm, even though I haven't achieved what I want to achieve today, I am making steps in that right direction, and I'm going to get there one day. And that was the whole point of starting this, is that, I know the struggles that I've been through trying to, find out what to do, find out what's out there, and I want to bring other people along too. I have a few friends that have kind of taken this journey as well. I have a couple friends that have done stuff like they've started making their own jewelry, and they're selling it on their own shops. One friend I have, he actually makes really beautiful like paper jewelry, and I don't even know how he does it, but I'm going to get him on here one day on an interview and talk about what he's doing with that and how he got started. I have another friend I just talked to pretty recently. He's actually a firefighter, and he went to realtor school and got his realtor's license, and he's doing that as well. So he is a perfect example of a guy that I really admire, and he is taking control of his financial future. And he said, I'm tired of where I'm at. I'm tired of just doing what I'm doing day in, day out. I'm tired of being in the same spot. I'm going to do something to make myself better. And he did it, and I'm so proud of him. And actually, I want him to be like my first interview on this page. So we'll see what happens with that. But his name's Brian. Brian, I love you. I'm proud of you. Maybe I'll tag you, but I'll see if you want to be tagged first before I do it. But I do want to say one last thing before I know I've kind of gone a little longer than I thought I would. But a lot of us get caught up in, should I do this or should I do that? Maybe you are really skilled at sewing, or really skilled at making jewelry, or skilled at whatever, okay? Then there's like this sales job, or this thing you can do on the side, or this, whatever it is. Like, man, what do I do? Should I do both? Should I do both? Do both. You don't have to just pick one thing. You don't have to be, like my friend Brian, you don't have to be just a firefighter, and you don't have to be just a realtor, and you don't have to be just an engineer. You can do all these different things, and you can do them well, and you can make money with them. So don't think there's only one avenue that you can pick. If there's an opportunity out there, go for it, and go for it with as much as you have to give. But the whole point is, whatever you choose and whatever you decide to do it with all your heart. Be obsessed about it. Don't be like the dog on the nail that just sits there and moans and cries and howls and belly aches because you're in pain. And don't make the excuse that, oh, I don't have time. Oh, maybe if I get more stable with my job, or maybe if I have a little bit extra money, then I'll start something, because that time's never going to come. I can promise you that. If that time hasn't come by now, and you're doing the exact same thing that you were doing last month, last year, that time's not going to come. So you have to do something differently now, so that you can see that result later. Okay. So thanks for watching. Comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas, if you have any topics you'd like Kingdom Gold to cover in the future. Let me know. So share, like, let's get some discussion going, guys. Let's get some good ideas happening. Let's get things happening. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a good night.